In this tutorial, we will use both spline modeling and polygon modeling to create this piece of machine or architecture, whatever you can use it for. We will create this piece and then duplicate it or make a symmetry for it using spline modeling. Then we will continue using polygon modeling. So let's get started by creating a new file. And every time you decide to use spline modeling, you need to change your view to front view so nothing can be messy. Make sure to activate the snap toggle tool and right click to make sure it's a grid point snapping. Let's go now to create and go to shapes, take a line from splines, take a line, and then let's draw a line that can give us shape. No, that was weird. Let's create it. We click several times until we get the shape we want. Right click to deselect it. Now we need to change how it looks. So we right click, convert to editable spline. Then we pick the vertex mode and start modifying it. So for instance, I will deactivate the snap toggle. For instance, we can grab these two, push them back. That one, it needs to be pushed back and needs to get down a little, just like that. That one. And as you see here, it gets handles. That one have a handle. That's because of the type of it. So right click to see what types are available for vertices. We have 4 types. We have the smooth. I don't use it and I don't recommend using it. It's suitable for splines that have too many points, but it doesn't give you full control of everything. Corner, and I will pick it for this one. It's suitable for having sharp corners like beginning or endings. Bezier is the one we're using here, and it gives you handles like the one available in 2D applications like Illustrator. Bezier corner is a favorite one for me for the middle points, and that's the one I will use for other points. So now let's change this point to corner so we can easily move it without affecting anything else. And for these two, let's change them to Bezier corner. Now let's make them a little bit smooth. And I like Bezier corner because it lets me control both handles. Let's do slight modifications just like that. That guy needs to go up and then right. That's it. Now to create a geometry using splines, we need something called Loft, but we need 2 splines to create it. So I go to top view, or maybe I can create it here in this view. I can go to splines again, and I will use an arc, and I will create this arc. Let's create it in the top view so we can have better see it. Okay. So now let's get back, or let's modify it first, then we get back. Right click, convert to editable spline, go to vertex mode, let's take these down, and these two change to view, and let's push every one of them to that direction. Okay, let's get back to front view. Now let's pick. We already selected the shape, so we go to create, geometry, compound object, loft. We have to option get shape or get path. We already selected the shape, so we get path and we select this one. Let's make sure we created right. Exactly, that's what I need. So we get back now to front view, and I will pick this loft and push him to the left like that. He actually need to be rotated. Not much, maybe like that, and let's push him up. Now what we need to do, we need to create a copy of him, so we can use it using the rotate tool. I press shift, but first I need to change the position of the coordinate system or the pivot. Look, if we create that rotate, he will give me the copy here in the middle. I don't need that, so I go to hierarchy, affect pivot only, and I will drag no, by selection I will drag the pivot point here. Maybe I can drag him down. Okay, now let's push that guy to the right and change it to rotate while keeping the angle snap toggle activated. Let's press shift and turn around 180 point. We need to make it an instance, not a copy, so you can change it every time. I press OK. Now I get two versions. Let's go to perspective view to make sure we have them right. I like both of them. They look fine for me. Get back to front view, and as you can see here, we have black faces because we only have one face. We don't have it like a box. So we need to make it thick or have another face. So when we render that, we don't see black faces or nothing. So I select one of them, that one, and I go to modifier, list, and I pick shell, and that will make both of them shell because we created instance, not a copy. So any change for that guy will be affected on the other one. Another thing you need to know about loft, here in loft, and it keeps my last parameters. In the skin parameter, the number of steps the shape gives you can be changed for both shape and path. If we raise that up, that's what we get. But I don't need that for this shape, and same for path. I don't need both of them, so I right click so I can make each of them 0, and I get back to the front view. Fine. Now we need to make these two pieces one piece, so I right click on that one, convert to editable poly, and same will be for that guy, convert to editable poly. Now while I'm selecting this, I go here and I tell him to attach and pick this one. Now both of them are one object, so I can make any changes to both of them together. Okay, next stage is to connect both of them with a bridge here in the middle. So I change my mode to edge mode, and I get a bit closer. I select that edge and then ring, control select that edge and ring, and let's work on view, not local, and let's create connect. Let's press connect and make 2 connects for both of them, so I can make my bridge. I can raise the spacing or reduce it between them. Of course I want to reduce it like I'm doing right now, and of course we can raise them up with that handle. We need them to be right about here, and press OK. Now let's change selection mode to polygon mode, and I will select, let's make rectangle selection. In fact, these two needs to be connected, but to create a bridge we don't need the whole piece or the whole ring. We just need the facing two polygons. So I need to select that guy and that other guy. Now I press bridge, and we always choose the setting rectangle so we can change it as we can. I like to work on modeling on front view because it makes easier for me to see angles if they are correct or not. Now for the bridge parameters, we need to make it 3 steps so we can create the other piece we will create in the middle, and I will press OK. Now if I want to make extrusion here, see we have these non-diagonal angles. We need to make them diagonal, so we change the mode to vertex mode and we select this guy. We go to scale, and on the x-axis I'll scale as much as I can to make them straight. Same for this guy, and then I select both of them, and on the x-axis I'll make them as close to each other as possible. Okay, that's fine for now. What else we need to do? We need to select on the polygon mode this guy and that other guy, and do 2 things for both of them. We need to make insert first, so let's insert them with 0.5 value, and then we need to create extrusion, so we extrude them with only 2 points value and press OK. That's it. I press Alt and deselect that upper part. I won't change anything else in the upper part, and I need to create the rest of it. Let's check the image. We need to create here a bevel, then an extrude, then another bevel, then another extrude. So while selecting the lower piece here, change to front view, I will create a bevel, and as I recall it was a wide bevel. No, it was a lower bevel. Okay, so the value will be 2. 2 is too much actually, let's make it 1. And the amount of beveling, we need to make it less than -1. Let's make it minus 0.5 and press OK. I think this space is very small, so let's change to vertex mode, select all those guys and scale them on the x-axis to make them a bit wider. Okay, let's get back to polygon mode, and it keeps my selection. Now I need to make an extrude with a value of 3. Let's see the photo. The value of 3, then another bevel. Let's make it 2.5. 3 is too much, and press OK. Now we need to create another bevel, but with a positive value. Let's make it 1.5, and the value of bevel, let's make it as well 1.5 and press OK. Now another extrusion, and that will look like a rectangle. So if we use 7 for instance, no, 7 is too much, let's make it 6 and press OK. That's it. Let's now do something else. Let's create an insertion on the 4 corners. So we select the 4 polygons, these 4 polygons, and let's do an insert with the value, let's make it by polygon and with the value of 1, so we can create the hole and press OK. Now I need to deselect the 2 1 in the middle. Sorry, I press Alt and deselect these 2 1 in the middles, 2 faces. Now for these 2 remaining, I will press delete to get rid of them. Then I will go to border mode, that mode, we use it rarely. I select that border, Control select that other border, and simply I will bridge them. Of course I will reduce these steps to 1, I don't need too much steps here, and press OK. What's left here for me? I get back to my polygon mode, I select this guy along with this guy, and I will do 2 steps. First, insert with 0.5, press OK, then bevel with a negative value of minus 0.5, and the value will be minus 0.5, and press OK. So that's what we get at the end of the day. For the model we created here, we have these extrusion. We can create them simply by going to polygon mode, edge mode, and I will select, let's go to front view. I always like front view when modeling. I create these loops. I select one edge here and select ring, control that one too, ring. Let's make them 2 by 2. Okay, let's connect these 2, make 2 connections, and let's push them like that and transfer them up. Okay, press OK. Let's go down, do the same, select one edge, then ring, control select that edge, ring. Let's do another connect. Let's decrease the value between them and push them up. Press OK. Now let's control and select polygon, so we can keep our selection, but that will select other polygons with us. Using Alt and select rectangular selection, we can remove the ones we don't want. Let's select these 2 with them, and we press Shift to select the whole ring. I selected that guy, Shift to select the whole ring. Now we need to do a bevel, not an extrusion. We do a bevel with the value of 1 and a value of plus, not minus 2, so we just remove that minus, and we make sure we're working on local normal. Oops, we need to make that guy plus, not minus, so it goes out, and this guy to be minus 0.5, so it can get smaller. Maybe minus 0.5 is too much. Let's make it minus minus 0.15. Maybe minus 0.2. We keep changing until we get the results we would like to see. Actually, we missed those edges. So we press cancel, and then we shift select that whole ring. We do a bevel again, and it keeps the last parameters. So let's see it in perspective view. I think it's fine. And press, maybe 1 is too much. Let's make it 0.7 and see what we get. You keep changing until you get the results you want. Make it 0.6, and that's suitable. Let's press OK. So now we finished the modeling. We need to create these two rings to be dropped here, and we need to make this longer. We need to make the editable poly quite a bit longer, or maybe we can drag those guys up, but the easiest way is to drag these down. Let's go to front view, and drag them up, and then we scale on the X axis. Maybe we need to do that separately. Push that one and do the same for this guy. Fine. Now from the create geometry, I go back to standard primitive, and I pick a torus, and that's the one I need. I don't need him to be big. So let's change the parameter. Let's make him radius 1, let's make him 4. Radius 2, let's make him 0.5. And I keep the segments to 30 because I won't add any turbo smooth to it. Let's just drop him here. We need to raise it from 4, make it 4.5, so it won't touch. Okay, change the view to top view to make sure he takes the position. As you can see here, he needs to go that way in the middle. Go back to front view and shift to drag another one, and that one will be a copy, not an instance. Radius will be 3, and radius 2 will be 0.3. Then we rotate it while keeping angle snap 90° to the right. Okay, that's fine. Now we need to select this guy, and from modifier list we pick the turbo smooth, change iteration to 3, isolin selection, select editable poly, show end results, and let's use our modeling basic tool, the Swift loop, to create the needed cuts. Let's make a cut here. need another one, and here we need two rectangles, one here in the outside and another one here. For these pieces we need 4. Sometimes I do chamfers as I can to avoid using this lovely tool. Some people like it. Actually, I don't. Because sometimes you're a human after all. You may forget some pieces or cuts. We need to go back, may create cuts here. Need to do another one. And I guess we're done. Still we need to create that and that. We have these edges, that one. Let's go to perspective view to see what we have. Yeah, we forgot that one. And that one. We finished these two, so that's it. Oh, that one. I'll stop saying that's it. Okay, I'm done now. So we used in this tutorial spline modeling, and we combined it with polygon modeling to get that shape. Try practicing other shapes and continue with us in the next tutorial.